Okay, so I must have had a new shrink wrapper, but you got to be more clear when you shrink wrap your boats. And let me tell you why. This is good and this is solid, except for right in here. See how it comes on the back of the boat? Now they could have been trying to save me more money because they charge you per foot, but it should have been like 2 or 3 more feet, because it normally goes the plastic from here tight over there all the way to the other side. Because if you see right here, all that to go inside, rodents, cats, possums, and raccoons will be inside of your boat sleeping the whole winter. So what I got is some rope and some plastic, and I'm going to tie it off. I'm going to cut it right here because this is nylon. See, they wrap it with nylon. I'm going to cut into it right here and grab a piece from right here. I don't want to grab right here because then I can grab it from right here. I don't want anything like rubbing on the boat, because anything rubbing on the boat will so I'll probably just grab it from right here. I'll grab a piece from right here because it's going to get taped anyways, and go all the way underneath to the other side, and then start by putting plastic, tight plastic, all the way right here. So you want to get that piece up to the tightest of the boat possible, so there's nothing that can squeeze in right there. You don't want anything to be able to squeeze in right there. So I'm going to tie it really tight above here, but I'm going to put the plastic pieces on here first before I lift it up. I'm just going to cut myself enough longest piece over here so I could tie a good knot. Alright, before I tie the bottom off, I'm putting a little curve right here, and I'm underpinning this, so this will be smooth underneath the boat, and it'll be, the pieces I got tied off are going to be tight from one end to the one end, and then this is going to be already taped down to it. I'm probably going to put, this is force field tape. I got T-Rex tape also. It's all weather tape right here. This is expensive stuff. And all weather tape right here. So I'm going to tape in that whole piece right there. I don't even know, you know, this right here is actually heated up, folded over itself and heated up, and that's how that ain't gonna mudge, that's melted together. So I might try that with this. I'm not sure. Normally they do it after it's all snug and tight, so we'll see what happens. I'm gonna go ahead and tape this, finish taping this down right now. All right, there's the force field tape. So I got the loop, and that's in there pretty good. I want it to the point where if this is gonna come off, it should rather rip the plastic than come off. So I got to get this smoothed down really good, and then we're gonna I'm gonna cut this some. I'm not gonna cut it straight. I'm gonna cut it a little bit out to give me a little more room to tape it under. So I'm not even gonna cut that right now, but this part is gonna be the part on the inside right here. So let me get this smoothed down. This is a tire patch roller I have right here. I'm just making sure everything's down. If I wanted to get technical, you see the little bubbles that are popping out? You could actually pop them with a needle, but I don't want a chance popping anything. So I'm just rolling this out to make sure this is stuck down good. I even put a piece of packing tape around this side to here and around this side to here. I just want to make sure that this is not going to come out. Now this is a smooth side, and this is the part I taped. So this will actually be under the boat. All right, it's tied off and it's tugged down really tight. So the other end, I gotta actually get back out of here and tie it off. It's gonna go underneath the gray right here and then up the other side. I put my transducer up. Okay, now that I got this tied off end to end, these can get taped up here really good. But I find out I still got a little play. So like I did right here, I'm with my knife, put a little opening through, and I'm gonna tie it off to right here. I'm gonna tie it off everywhere I can to make it snug enough against the boat that I won't get a critter in there. Okay, so I tied up, I connected the rope to everything. I'm actually taping off the knots. I'm taping off all the knots so they don't slip. And then I'm gonna start taping, connecting the plastics to plastics. I was gonna just try to keep it underneath here. I'm just gonna go around as much as I can, stretch it all the way around. Water goes down, it goes down to your lowest point. I would recommend putting a little hole, tiny hole, maybe 3 little holes on your lowest point. You see the condensation, you get condensation, and it is dripping off the motor still. So I'm gonna go ahead and tape these knots off, and then I'm gonna start taping the plastic to plastic. Okay, with packaging tape, I got it shaped around how I'm gonna want it. See, I just don't want them to get underneath here, so I am gonna come from here all the way around here. It don't reach to the motor. I can stretch it to reach to the motor, but I don't mind everything being able to drip right there. So I'm gonna come from the plastic to tighten it up around these two plastics together, and I'm gonna leave the little gap right there. But I just taped up a little bit. I'm gonna have to get something to get all the dust off before I go with my finalization of tape. I'm gonna layer the tape right here, because either way you're gonna get condensation in here to drip down. There's moisture packs in the boat. This is completely wrapped, so I don't mind as long as it sticks to this. I really don't mind. There's moisture packs in the boat. The condensation is gonna all come to the bottom anyways, so I'm just gonna go with this. And as long as nothing's sitting in the boat, everything's gonna drip and sit underneath on the plastic. Everything's gonna drip and sit underneath. This is completely wrapped. Condensation packs in there, breathing room in here. So they saved me like $3 worth of wrap, so $17 times 3. But I would have rather it completely snug, so no critters can get up there. So I'm gonna start with the taping. I'm gonna dust it off first. This is $16 a roll, T-Rex all-weather tape. All right, so we noticed the pinhole right here, so I put the yellow tape and this over the yellow tape to cover the pinhole. Now this is gonna be how much of your $16 tape that you want to use, but I taped the crap out of it and I rubbed it all down. This isn't part of the blue to keep it from not being damp or moist or whatever. There's the air breather right there. There's two of them. This is to get it all the way to the back, so you don't get any critters in there. That's the big thing. You don't want any critters in there. And you see both the yellow and the clear plastic are draining at all the way at the peak to bottom. The yellow and the clear plastic have places to drain. So the way this is shrink wrapped, no water is going to get into the boat to sit at all. All the water will drain out the boat. Then there's the moisture packets in there, and then there's the cross ventilation in there, and all this is just to keep the critters out. So I had a new person wrapping the boat, and you have to let them know that you want underneath completely sealed all the way around, so no critters get in there. That's really what you want, and that's all that is for right there. All right, talk to you later. Subscribe, like, and share.